Coach Greg Ganfield. In 1971, Coach Ganfield began coaching in the Romeo School District and continued there for 32 years. He took a break from coaching in Michigan and coached in North Carolina for a few years. In 2008, Coach Ganfield returned to Michigan to coach at Notre Dame Prep, and this fall will begin his second year at Northview High School and his 38th year of coaching in Michigan. Coach Ganfield's biggest thrill in coaching. My biggest thrill in coaching was taking my 2002 Romeo team to Saginaw for the first round district game and defeating the #1 ranked Lamar Woodley-led Saginaw team 7-6. We were projected to lose by 28 points. A tradition when returning to Romeo after an away game win was that the fans would line the streets with their cars, and as we came into town they would flash their lights and blow their horns. But this evening was different. The players asked me to stop the bus. They all got off, and the fans, coaches, and players met together and sang the school song. It was awesome. Coach Ganfield's comments on why coach. Coaching has given me the opportunity, hopefully, to have a positive and meaningful impact on the young men with whom I have had the privilege to coach. Ladies and gentlemen, the newest member of the Hall of Fame, Coach Greg Ganfield.
Thank you, Jack. As a footnote to that, I should, in reference to Lamar, admit that he hit one of our players so hard that I think he knocked him all the way back to Romeo. But that was one of the great wins in our school history. Good evening. I'm deeply honored to be receiving this award tonight. I want to thank the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association and the Hall of Fame Committee for the honor. I'd not only like to thank the association for the award, but also for all that they've done throughout the course of the years for the betterment of Michigan high school football, our coaches, and our players. I want to congratulate all of my fellow inductees and say that I'm very humbled and honored to be a member of this distinguished group. And while I'm receiving the award, I also am very cognizant of the fact that there are a lot of people that I owe this position to. 3 people in particular who greatly influenced me as a young man growing up were my grandfather, my uncle, and my coach, high school coach Ernie Molly. The many Saturdays and Sundays that I spent with my uncle and grandfather going to Ann Arbor, East Lansing, and Detroit to watch football is where my love for the game began. And Coach Molly was a tremendous football coach, but he was even a better man. And it was my privilege, once I came back to teach and coach in Romeo, to be able to continue to be mentored by Coach Molly, and that was a tremendous honor. Next, I would like to thank all of the young men that's been my pleasure and privilege to coach over the years for their love of the game, as well as their high level of commitment and dedication to it. That, coupled with a willingness to do whatever it took for themselves and their teams to be successful, has made coaching for the past 42 years a really rewarding experience. I'm especially proud of the outstanding professionals, solid citizens, and devoted family men the vast majority of them have gone on to become. I've also worked with many outstanding administrators in my 42 years of public education and coaching. 2 in particular I'd like to mention who are present here tonight. Greg Breinert from Romeo High School and Betty Rubel from Notre Dame Prep. 2 outstanding people who worked very hard for their programs and their schools. Likewise, my sincerest thanks to my many valued and trusted assistant coaches over the years. I've got kind of a unique situation here because after I left Romeo, I moved to the west side of the state. And I have an east side table over here and a west side table someplace else. I don't know that they don't get along or what. But they're on opposite sides of the room, just as they would be on the state. The unique thing is the group that is here from Romeo, 2 of the young men are now the co-coaches at Romeo High School. They both played for me. And everybody, I think, that coached with me at Romeo was a previous player. So I guess that maybe leads you to believe that, you know, something that you did was right, and I sincerely appreciate that. From Romeo, just quickly, Paul Murphy, Kurt Reines, Jason Couch, Brad Zuby, Mike Lee, all were assistant coaches over there and are here this evening. I really appreciate that. From the west side of the state, we have Darren Garrity, Eric DeLon-Lear, Scott Gurmrod, Colin Shelovich. It's almost like starting a new family all over again. Lastly, I'd like to recognize my family, beginning with my brothers and sisters-in-law, who over the years have become the brothers and sisters that I never had. I was an only child. And I just want to thank them for the great times and for allowing me to become part of their family. My wife of 45 years, or pretty close to it, Wanda. Would you stand, please? She has allowed me to pursue the career that I greatly enjoy and to make it a focal point of our family's life. As the foundation of our family, her patient demeanor and even disposition have often been a perfect buffer for my sometimes cantankerous ones. Thank you for your support, your love, your understanding of the ups and downs associated with coaching, and most importantly, for being a fabulous mother. I love you. My two sons, Michael and his wife, Mara. My grandsons, Noah, Logan, and Garrett. Would you guys stand, please? And Derek, my younger son, with his wife Penny, son Gavin, and daughters Abby and Ava. Would you stand, please? It's a highlight of my coaching career to have seen both of my sons go on to become athletes at the collegiate level. More so, it's extremely gratifying as a father to see the fine young men, dedicated husbands, and fantastic fathers they've become. I'm extremely proud of all of you and I love you. I've been very fortunate over the course of my career to have many positive influences and much support. And to all those, not only in Romeo, but in the other places that I've worked over the last few years, I'd simply like to say the real winning for me hasn't come on the field of play. It's all about the friendships and the relationships that I've developed at each of those spots along the way. Thank you.